welcome to another video. Give me a moment. Anyway, let's just get into the video. Okay, so just gonna explain a few things, then we'll actually get into the meat of the what if, as you could say. First up, in this what if, Deku, his family would have been around for, well, first of all, before I actually, get into the, okay. So, apologies if I have not been able to respond to your comments. For some stupid reason, YouTube has made it so that I have difficulty responding to comments. It's been fixed now, but any previous comments before, it was fixed, I can't respond to them, so apologies for that. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into the what if. Now, Deku's family would have been around for a long time, since before the age of quirks. Now, this age of quirks, well, before then, Deku's family would have started off as, well, just a few landlords, but over time, well, they would eventually end up having damn near a miniature country within Japan. Now, I remembered. Now, I'm just going to do a bit of explaining. When I initially came up with this idea, I wanted Deku's family to be high up in the governmental rankings, but I had no idea how. But then I thought about, presidents, then I thought about dictators, and then I thought about landlords, kind of just getting worse by the second. That was a joke. If you're a landlord out there, you're probably a chill person, not gonna lie. Anyway, yeah. So, Sorry about that, just trying to concentrate, just give me a moment. Okay, let's continue. Yes, but there would be one issue. Deku's family would have a terminal disease running through them. Yeah, I have yet to see one what if where Deku has a terminal disease and it's not a part of the quirk or the character. Like, this is separate from Deku's quirk, so yeah. I also have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to medical terms. I'm basically... Look, I can't really do diddly squat with medical terms. The most I know is common cold, which is the common cold. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say it's an undisclosed anime bloodline disease thing. Like hypercancer. Sorry, that was a joke too. Anyway, yeah. So Deku's father would have died just due to said disease at a young age, and, well, his mother would have, well, let's just say her and the concrete fell in love and had one beautiful red tomato street paint art together. The concrete. The one who set them up is a 5-rise building. Oh my goodness, I am sorry. That was also a joke. But, yeah. Deku would just be thrown into the meat of it, like at the age of 4. Anyway, yeah. So Deku would end up needing to, well, live with everyone who, the individuals of, well, the housekeepers, so on and so forth. The housekeepers, the butlers, give me a moment. Housekeepers, so on and so forth. Anyway, yeah. So, well, time skip about a few months. Bakugo would have gotten his quirk, and recently a local choir would have started. Anyway, yes. So, local choir would have started, well, school choir. Anyway, audition day. Deku would, well, like to audition because, you know, he likes music, and, well, he's gone through some tragic things, so he just wants to unwind and enjoy one of the few things left in his life. One like equals one hug for Zuko. Oh my goodness, I am well, not sorry. Yeah. Well, if any of you have gone through tragic events, I am sorry for that, but yeah. Anyway, let's continue. So, Deku would be waiting in line, everyone would be taking their turns. Well, the teacher would first say, hey, alright, kids, we're gonna be practicing today. Uh, Pick a song in the pamphlet that you would like to sing. It has a bunch of them, so I think you could find something you would like. And then you tell me what you would like to sing, and I will put some music on and you can sing it. Anyway, Bakugo would go. He would sing half decently for a 4-year-old, and everyone would just way too much appraise him for that because of his quirk, even the teacher. But it would continue and continue until, well, they get to Deku. Deku would walk onto stage and say, oh, hi, I'm Asuka Midoriya, and, well, I don't want music. I'm going to sing a lullaby that my mother used to sing to me. Is that okay? He would say, looking at the teacher. Of course, it's fine, the teacher would reply. Also, tell me, if I would ever do a part 2 of this, would you like me to sing in it? I'm not half bad at singing, I'd say. I practice in the shower, like damn near everyone. But yeah, would you like me to sing if I ever do a part 2? Tell me in the comments. Anyway, for this what if I'm not? But Deku would begin to sing, and well, the song would reverberate through the building. As he would continue to sing, everyone would feel more comfortable, relaxed, even a bit tired, even a bit drowsy. As he would continue, he's around about halfway through the song when the teacher would fall over, well, not fall over off the chair, just fall face first into the desk, passed out. Bakugo and the other kids who were sitting in the stands waiting for their turns were fast asleep. Anyway, yeah. Now to explain what Deku's quirk is. I haven't really come up with a name for it, I'll probably do it after this video, but basically it has a few aspects to it. First aspect. The speed at which you fall asleep is affected by two things. How much of a douchebag you are. So basically, Deku's quirk is more effective against worse people. Think about Miss Joke's quirk, except based off of whether or not you're in the moral good instead of whether or not you're a stickler. Example, Deku's quirk would be very effective against Muscular and the Nomu, since they don't really have a lot of humanity left in them. You know, the Nomu's pretty much a damn near faceless husk. It doesn't have any humanity, so Deku's quirk is very effective against it. The more humane you are, the less effective Deku's quirk is what I'm saying. So if he were to try and put All Might to sleep, it would take him like the entire song. But if he would try to put someone like All for One to sleep, put All for One to bed, All for One would fall asleep after the first word. You know, just striking that balance. Second thing that affects Deku's quirk. How much compassion he puts into the song. Okay, if he feels emotional and he feels connected to the person or the song that he's singing, the song would become more effective. For example, with the All For One example, he would pass out within one word. But if. Give me a moment. But if the song. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. But if the song were to be something that he, liked, or he had a fondness for one example, the lullaby his mother used to sing him, the effects of his quirk and thus the song would be increased. Second effect of the quirk. The second effect is it's able to reverse mutations. Not like mutation type quirks, like mutations. For example, I don't know, let's say someone has a quirk that can turn. Give me a moment. Let's say someone has a quirk that can turn you into a goldfish. If Deku were to sing to you, you would turn back to normal. I have something special in plan for this one. But yeah, I can't help with, cancer. I'm sorry, joke. Anyway, yeah, time skip. A few years. Bakugo's become an arrogant piece of shit, but Deku doesn't really mind. Bakugo tends to leave him alone since just sorry. Since Deku can put him to sleep at any moment. And who knows what he could do then. Anyway, Deku is 14 now. He's at his parents' they were fans of traditional Japanese things, so it's kind of like a traditional Japanese mansion slash shrine thing. It has electricity and plumbing. It's just more Demon Slayer style, if you could put it that. Traditional Japanese. Yeah. Anyway, we cut to the League of Villains. Shigaraki is chugging a bottle of alcohol and says, yeah, give me a moment. And says, you know what? Yeah, I think I want to make our introduction a bit earlier. Kurogiri would look at him and ask, what do you mean, young master Shigaraki? Shigaraki would respond with, you know that, Nomu we got? Yes. Why don't we kill that, kid? Yeah, that, kid that owns all that land. Oof, getting a bit crazy. Yeah, that kid. I think we should, kill him. Make him an example. Young master, you're drunk. I don't think this is a good idea. What's he gonna do? I don't even know if he has a quirk. If he did, it'd probably be something like singing you to sleep or something like that. I think that actually is his quirk. Really? Wow, I'm good at this. But yeah, Shigaraki would just faceplant onto the table. Young Master Shigaraki? Back. But yeah, let's kill him. I think this is a terrible idea. No, it's gonna be a great idea. You'll see. So, this Nomu would be a different Nomu than the USJ one. Still one designed to kill All Might, but a different model, as you could say. The quirk has two quirks. Well, the Nomu has two extra quirks from the basic one. The ability to sprout arms and limbs, and the ability to produce, hardened, balls that are extremely bouncy and can break through concrete. Now, this ball quirk is the original quirk of the, person. But, yeah, they would turn up. Deku's just casually sitting outside, drinking some tea, appreciating the scenery. As a black mist would appear and a 8-foot juggernaut would walk out of the mist. A crusty dusty handman and a guy made out of mist. Deku can tell that they're bad news, especially since this is private property. Oh, the handyman would have a bottle of alcohol. Look, there's the kid we came to kill. Tomura, I'm beginning to get concerned. Nonsense. The experiment must. Tomura would, Shigaraki would just chug the bottle some more. Another! The bottle's still halfway full. Oh, so Shigaraki would just bend over and throw up. Did one of my. Did one of the. Did one of the housekeepers here order, like, a show or something? Deku would just quietly think to himself, staring at this. No, go kill the kid. Shigaraki would continue to vomit as the Noah would begin to walk forwards. Oh, he wants to kill me. Deku would just casually get up, walk forwards. One of the maids would try and stop him, one of the newer ones. One of the other maids would grab her and be like, nope, don't want to pass out today. As Deku would begin singing, the Nomu would charge at Deku before slowing down and slowing down and slowing down. Eventually, it stood right in front of Deku, but it can't attack. It doesn't know what's going on. Deku would continue singing as the Nomu would fall over. Deku would sit down by it and, well, in between the verses of the song as like a little add-on. You know how songs have like normal talk in them sometimes, like as introductions or midway points, that kind of thing, those moments where it's still a part of the song, it's just they're singing. It's just they're not singing. Deku would say, You don't want to do this either, huh? And Nomu would nod to the best of its abilities, as Deku would continue to sing as, well, the skin of this, well, very red Nobu would begin to turn into a more, human color. They aren't red, black, and blue. Sorry. But, yeah, the muscles on the Nomu would begin to decrease as, well, it would go from, metalhead. It would go from, The Undertaker to a girl about Deku's age. Deku would, well, undo the little thing he was wearing, this. He would undo this and cover her with it. Her being passed out, cuddling up to Deku. Quick physical description. I've been rewatching some old episodes of Demon Slayer, and the false moon chick that's like near the beginning of the series? The one with the balls, ball girl. Yeah, basically imagine her. Give me a moment. This lady. Her. Yeah, I feel extraordinarily bad for her, so, just gonna Google Photoshop Chrome thingy her into this. Anyway, yeah, just imagine a younger version of this. Deku would, pet her, or pet her head in the kind of way that you would someone who's asleep to help them sleep. As he would say quietly, You're not the only one who has issues. Hell, maybe we can even work them out together. As, well, she would cuddle up closer to him, still fast asleep. As, Kurogiri's staring at this blankly as In the background, Shigaraki's just throwing up. Y- y- uh, you know what? I think I should take young Master Tomura before he does whatever that is. Gurugiri would say teleporting out of there and teleporting Shigaraki out of there, who's still throwing up. Cut back to the League of Villains. Shigaraki's throwing up into a bucket as Kurogiri's just like, what am I gonna do? How am I going to tell the master that we just lost Nomu to a 14-year-old? Kurogiri would look at Shigaraki and was throwing up. Kurogiri would just look at Shigaraki, who's throwing up on the ground, look at forwards, and say, oh shit. Cut back to Deku and the girl. I shall refer to her until I disclose the name I am bestowing upon this character. Time skip about a day. She would wake up. Wake up. In, well, a bit of a cold sweat. Well, not a cold sweat, more so, the kind of wake up where it's like, what happened? You know, the kind you see in movies. Deku would be sat beside her, passed out in a chair. She would recall what happened and would be like, oh. She would reach forwards and just tap Deku on the forehead, and as he would wake up, oh, you're awake. Uh, may I ask your name? Uh, may I ask your name, since, well, I kind of need to know your name to get the story. The girl would nod and say, yeah, hi. I'm, Yuki Yamamoto. Yes, quite literally the only two Asian names that I know. That is not a MHA. And I just think they fit. You know, that name. Deku would put his hands together and say, oh, wonderful. I'm Izuka Midoriya. So, may I be enlightened on your story? Yuki would nod before saying, yeah. Well, what year is it? Oh, Deku would just check his phone and say the year as Yuki's face would go pale. Oh. Deku would ask her what's wrong and to kindly please share her story so that he knows what's going on. She would quickly nod and say, oh yeah, forgot. Okay, so 2 years ago, I was kidnapped. I was just sat in a park playing with my friends, and then I got grabbed by this black van that just had free candy written on all sides of it by this crusty, scarred fellow, and, well, let's just say what they did next wasn't quite so fun. Deku would just say, they turned you into what I saw earlier? Yuki would nod and say, yeah. That's basically the long story short. Would you like me to bring you back to your parent? Before he can even finish a sentence, she would say, actually, I'm an orphan. Deku would just say, you and me both. Just sitting across us. You know, he would do the, you know, do a meme face, like, I don't know how to describe it. I forgot the guy's name, just like, this, you know, the memes where it's like, the TikToker who does, like, maybe instead of doing that kind of hack, you could just open the bag of chips. I don't know how to describe it, but you would just do, that a kind of silly face that would make her giggle a bit. Uh, Deku would say, okay, I have a proposal for you. Not that kind. Not that kind. A job proposal. Well, a house arrangement proposal, as you could say. You can live here, you will get a salary, and you will get food and a roof over your head. In exchange, you know, basically act as, well, my personal bodyguard, since today you know what happened, and, well, let's just say I know when people are lying. Yuki would nod and be like, so, all I have to do is protect you, and I get to live here for free? Basically. You got a deal, mister, Yuki would quickly say, grabbing Deku's hand and shaking it, not realizing her own straight, and then, doing the cartoon thing of the character whose hand's getting shaked is being ragdolled. Oh, sorry. Yuki would say, fixing her hair. It's fine. You're probably not used to your own strength, because of the whole being a mindless puppet for years. Yeah, what? How did you know about that? Like I said, my quirk is very. Brain.exe not working. Deku would say, oh, it's just based off my quirk. Unless humanity has someone has, not has someone has, the more effective it is, and since, well, you were out within, well, a few seconds, it's pretty easy to guess, especially since, well, putting the dots together, you were kidnapped and experimented on, and you did exactly what that crusty, dusty guy said. Huh. You know what? Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, Yuki would begin to live with Deku, and, well, they would get close like friends. It would quickly come to light of Deku's crippling terminal illness. Anyway, yeah, time skip start out of. Okay, UA entrance exam. Yuki would be out in front of the school, a bit excited and a bit nervous. Well, not really nervous that she's not going to get into the school. If she doesn't, she doesn't. If she does, she does. But she's more so nervous about Izuku. Not to mention, this is not a. Oh, wait, forgot. I forgot a little segment. We cut back to the day when Deku had, well, saved Yuki. Well, not the day, but the day after. Well, not the day, more so the night when, well, everyone's supposed to be going to bed. Yuki would carefully walk up to Deku's door and say, Master Midori, may I come in? Deku would say, come in. Hi there. Deku would raise his hand and say, you don't have to call me Master Midoriya, you can just call me Izuku. I'm fine with just Izuku. Yuki would nod and say, okay, Izuku, may I sleep here with you? I have difficulty sleeping. Oh, Deku would say, oh, sure. Would you like me to sing, would you like me to use my quirk to sing you asleep? To sing you to sleep? Yuki would nod and say, yeah, that would be very much appreciated. Yuki would climb in next to Deku in the bed, and he would begin to sing to her. Yuki would, well, curl up next to Deku and hold him and fall asleep. Fun fact about Deku's quirk. His quirk instills large amounts of trust into whoever hears it. Specifically, they trust Izuku significantly more whenever he uses his quirk. So within 2 days, Yuki, trusts Deku a lot. Anyway, we cut back to Yue. Yuki's standing, well, waiting by the doors as she's quietly muttering to herself that Deku best not die while she's not there. Once again, Deku is terminally ill. He can drop any minute. Once again, sorry, that was supposed to be a joke. Joke. If anyone's suffering from any kind of disease like that, I hope you get better. I hope you fight it off. I hope you win. Don't never give up. Anyway, back to the what if. Ida's being a dumbass, and then he walks up to Yuki like, "Oh, would you shut your mouth? You're distracting everyone here with your blabble about terminal disease." I'm kind of... Before he can even finish, Yuki would give him a death glare, shut him up, and say, "I'm currently worrying for someone. I'm currently going through shit. So would you mind kindly fucking off?" It's insanely rude to just walk up to someone and tell them to keep quiet. So just leave before I punch you through those steel doors and use the hole to get through. Ida would just look at her and say, "Damn, you would just lift up both of his arms like, I knew I shouldn't have put my nose into your business. I'm sorry." He would say, just walking off with Yuki giving him a death glare. Anyway, Yuki did well on the written exam. She had some help from Deku with that one. He's very book smart since, well, as you can guess, he can't exactly do intense workouts. He can keep his body fit, and that's about it. Once again, terminally ill. Once again, I hope anyone here who's going through that kind of thing, I hope you fight it off. I hope you get better one day. And I would personally love it if one day you were, all better and you could frolic through through fields of flowers at your leisurement. It would be wonderful. Anyway, let's continue. Yuki does pretty well on the, robot destroying exam. She breaks a few 3, 4 pointers. Anyway, the person who's under the rubble would happen to be Uraraka still. Don't really have any ships in mind. Well, I do have one ship in mind that you all can pretty much guess. Yuki would save Uraraka. Everything's hunky-dory. And, well... Anyway, we cut to Deku, who's just casually watering some roses until he would begin coughing and cough up a little bit of blood. He's rushed to the hospital that minute. Anyway, we cut back to Yuki, who's just by Uraraka whilst Recovery Girl's taking her away, like, "Are you okay? I hope you're okay. Maybe we can become friends in the future." Her phone would ring as she would look who it is, see it's Suzuku, respond, hear the worst news of her life, and she would say, "I gotta go," before sprinting the hell out of there. Anyway, Deku's been hospitalized for a few days. He'll eventually get to walking order. Yuki almost had a panic attack and said that if he ever died on her, she will personally bring him back to life just to kill him again. There's just a little funny, cute moment where Yuki's worried sick and shaking Deku around as he's just like, calm down, I'm not gonna die anytime soon, hopefully. Yuki would, say, hopefully, on my watch, you're not gonna die at all. She would say, continuing to shake him around. One of the nurses is giggling a little bit. Anyway, first day of UA. Yuki's sad in class, fidgeting. Once again, this is the furthest she's been away from Deku, and the longest. The farthest she's ever been is on the other side of the compound that they lived in, other side of the manor. And longest has been at max an hour. Oh, just a little bit of cuteness. Just cuteness. Anyway, let's continue. She's fidgeting like hell, just hyper nervous, as well. Uraraka, who was, saved by her, would walk up to her. Yuki's the person who saved her, so she wants to know what's wrong. Hey, you didn't quite give me your name yesterday. It's me, the girl he saved. Oh, hi. I'm Yuki Yamamoto. Hi. Yuki would say, continuing to fidget and look a bit nervous. Oh, Uraraka. I'm just gonna call her Ochako. I can't pronounce Uraraka that well. Ochako would say, hey, is anything wrong? You kind of saved me, so I'm a bit concerned for you. I want to know, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just someone I know gone to the hospital. Not that big of a deal. He's been there more times than I have hands. So, 3. Yuki would sprout an extra 4 arms, giving her a grand total of 6. Oh. Yeah, he's been in there double this, so I don't really need to worry. I hope. Those doctors don't. She would say quietly to herself before retracting her arms. Ochako would say, if the doctors don't what? If the doctors don't what, I mean. Yuki would say, it's nothing. It's nothing, really. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I still do have a lot of ideas to continue this what if. If you would like me to, leave a like, leave a comment, maybe something like that. Sorry, I have to plug my channel at least once a month. Anyway, let's continue. No, let's not continue. Goodbye, my lovely, lovely audience. I hope you enjoyed, and bye-bye. Hope you liked it. Bye-bye.